Hey everybody, welcome back to another diecast video. Today we're going to be taking a look at some brand new arrivals, and there's a bunch of them. We're just going to do a quick overview of all the new 164s and 124s that have come in the last couple of weeks, and then we will do all of them in their individual reviews, but this will be a quick overview. So, we're going to start with some 164s out here today. Let's go ahead and set this phone down, get a nice good look. We'll start up top here. First one of the ones I'm going to show today, Chris Buescher's 2022 Bristol Wind. So this is the Bristol Wind car. You can see we've got, well, you can see we've got the arrow for the jack. Not a lot of detail on it, unfortunately. You would see little windshield, or windshield marks and stuff like that. You see a little dirt, but otherwise it's pretty clean. A lot of the detail ends up on the windshield for this one. Actually, here, let me even show you, because I can actually get you a good look at it, because I have it sitting right here in the 124. It also showed up. So here you can see, let's go back to the one scale view. So there's our 124 scale of that Chris Buescher Bristol Wind. I've got that, of course, because I was at that race. You can see there's the race detail. Very simple, very basic. Same thing on the 164. You can see there's little specks in there, but it is a little harder to see because it is a much smaller die cast. So thank God they moved the number. Obviously, this area of the car was just unusable. Thank goodness we didn't use it. You can see just a couple little marks here or there. You can see another one right up along the right front fender, but not a crazy amount of race detail to it. But still a cool win. I mean, like I said, I was there, so that's got to count for something. So yeah, Chris Buescher, both 164 and 124 have arrived. Next car that we're going to show off is also one that came in both scales. This is going to be Noah Gragson's number 42 Wendy's Elite. Well, actually, this is a 164. This is the Elite. So, multiple scales here. But the Wendy's car, this is what he ran at the Daytona 500. I got to watch him run this car. So, naturally, here it is. But yes, this car is available in both 124 and 164. Now, on my website, you'll only find the 164 because I only do race versions. So, obviously, this one has a special place. But for sure, we're going to have the 164th on the website. If it's not up out there already, it'll be up here in the next couple of days. All right, next on our list, we're going to go ahead and go to our last of the ones that are that just came in from both scales. This one is actually going to be one that I typically don't get a lot of, but this is Ross Chastain's Advent Health car. I decided to pick this one up because I really wanted to see what the green chrome number would look like, so we have the Elite of this. I do not plan on holding this. This will probably end up on the eBay page because, like I said, my website's race versions only, but yeah, both scales, 164 and 124, so we're going to have some videos for both of these. Pretty cool looking car, honestly. I do like the paint scheme. I like that metallic green. I think that chrome green kind of has a nice shine to it. But that being said, it's not my favorite. Not like the GoPro. I like that GoPro car so much more. But just a quick note, spoiler heights have been corrected. So we can celebrate a little bit that the spoiler heights have been corrected on these new 2023s. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and move on from this one. Where is that? I gotta set this back down. All right, so we've shown all those. Now let's move into the ones that are just 164 scale. We'll stick to the Legacy Motor Club, and we'll go to Jimmie Johnson's test car. This is the Legacy Motor Club number 84 test car. You can see it is matte black all the way around, just gold accents. Really good looking car in terms of just the trim and the black. So I did actually pick this car up in both Liquid and Galaxy in Elite. So there are going to be some cool cars coming in later this month, and we'll get to show those off. But yeah, overall a very cool car for the test car for Jimmy, so second car for him to show up. Next car I'm going to show off, this is going to actually be Brad Keselowski's Castrol Edge car. This is actually the same paint scheme Chris Buescher won with at Michigan, but with Brad Keselowski's car on it. This is a 2023 car as well. So, yeah, you know how those Roush cars have some matching paint schemes? So, there you go. Okay. Next on the list, let's go ahead and go with the Erik Jones number 43 Allegiant car. I'm not going to lie, this one's a little more bland than I thought. The blue is not quite as bright as I thought it was going to be. It's very, you know, just lacks the pop that the blue would normally have. So, you know, a little bit dull on the blue. Just overall, a little bit dull on this car. Like, it doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look good either. It is very mid. This is like the definition of mid. Next car on the list is not the definition of mid. This is actually one of the better cars you can get out there. This is Christopher Bell's number 20 DeWalt car. Love the DeWalt cars. The black and yellow is always a good look. Chrome numbers here on the side. Never a dull moment. We can't ever be disappointed at chrome numbers. But you can see the way that the yellow, the black, and the chrome all work together on this paint scheme. Just, oh man, it looks good, especially with a white background here with it reflecting off that. It does look really sharp. So, yeah, definitely a real sharp one here. I will say it's probably my favorite of the Christopher Bell cars. The next one we're actually going to look at is another Christopher Bell car. They did change this from chrome numbers last year to white numbers. But you can see this is the number 20 Rheem car. So we got a couple of Christopher Bells in. I prefer the DeWalt over the Rheem, but, you know, I'm pretty sure we all knew that. Next one on the list we're going to look at, this is Kevin Harvick's number 4 gear wrench car. Very, very plain down the back and over on the rear of the car. It is just an all black. Couple little orange accents in there, and that's it. Or I would call it bronze. A couple bronze accents. But overall, scheme is very basic, very simple, and I don't know, it's not my favorite. Next on the list, we're going to take a look at our Xfinity. Is this the only Xfinity car? Yeah, this is the only Xfinity car. This is going to be Cesar Baccarella's number 45 Clear Cryptos Chevy. This is from the, what do they call that? Tommy Joe Martin team. Oh, they have a weird name. It's like no, Alpha Prime. It's not as weird as Legacy Motor Club, but it's close. Alpha Prime, that's what it is. So that's the Alpha Prime car. But it's cool. We do get a 45 car, so that's a new one that we can add to our roster of cars. So when we do our downhill races, we'll have a number 45 to go with on the Xfinity side. All right, let's go to the rest of the 164s. We'll go with rookie Ty Gibbs. His only car so far that's been produced. This is the Interstate Batteries car because Monsters of being a pile of garbage, along with He Gets Us. Both those sponsors don't like any of their stuff made. Whatever. Poor Ty Gibbs fans are never going to get anything. But yeah, we got Interstate Batteries here, the number 54. The paint scheme's still, you know, it's solid, it's all right, but it's just, it's not Monster. My personal opinion is we should have this in Monster. I think the Monster car would look better. But overall, pretty good, solid car for Ty Gibbs, and it's the first one that we can get. Next on the list, we're going to go to Ryan Blaney's Wabash car. It's actually very similar to last year's, so nothing really changes. The bright yellow accent's kind of just there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to really show. So, not great, not bad, just sort of mid. Next, this is actually one I really did like. This is the Corey LaJoie, what is this, Team Negu? I don't know what Team Negu is. Kids Fighting Cancer, okay. So, overall, it's a very colorful car. That's what I noticed right off the bat. We got yellow, we got this nice bright blue, we got a little bit of black mixed in there, but it's just got some good color. That brighter blue really does interact with the black very nicely and makes that blue pop. So, really, really solid paint scheme. I did like the way that turned out. Two more cars to show off on the 164 side, first of which is going to be the Worldwide Express Chevy of Ross Chastain. Obviously, this is the car he won with at Nashville, so it is going to have that Worldwide Express paint scheme on it. And then we're also going to show off the number 50 Bitnile car of Connor Daly. Now, this one made the Daytona 500. That was what it was most notable for. Or was this last year's car? Oh, goodness, this was last year's car. It also made the field this year, but this one actually ran last year at the Roval. This is not Connor Daly's 2023 number 50. Yep, okay. So that should handle everything on the 164 side. Now, we're going to go ahead and back this up, and we're going to get into some 118s. A couple of midgets came in, first of which, Logan Seavies. This is actually the car he won the Chili Bowl in. So kind of a cool feature here. Let me move this camera a little different. It has some wheel covers. So you can see these white logoed wheel covers, and they're actually red on this side. So you can see how the way that they did the paint scheme on this, it's red and white. So it's a primary white on this side, primary red on this side, and then they did the white wheel covers on the red side, red wheel covers on the white side. So kind of an interesting thing, but it does come with 4 wheel covers. If you're ever interested to see how those come on and off, you just sort of get your finger in there behind it, and they pop right off like that. When you want to stick them back in, you just line them up, press them in, boom, they're in. So yes, we do have that detail. You can see we do have stuff on the valve covers. You can actually see it here on this, whatever this tank is. I wish I could tell you. I'm not familiar with how these cars are set up. But yeah, they got some decaling in there. They do have the Simpson seat belts. So definitely attention to detail. That's what I'll say. These cars have great attention to detail. So I highly recommend if you're a fan of CV or any of the guys that might have one of these out here, including our next one, which is Carson Hocevar's number 31, Circle B diecast car. Now, obviously, Circle B, they like to have diecast made because, well, they sell diecast. So they did get this one made for Carson Hocevar, but this is what he ran at the Chili Bowl. And, I mean, who doesn't like the white and blue cars? Like, I'll say that. The white and blue is a great combination, and it looks really, really good. So if you're a Carson Hocevar fan, this is probably a good must-have, considering they, you know, don't make much of his other stuff. Okay. So now that we're done with all of those, we're going to go ahead and move into the last of the non-raced versions that I have to show. That is actually one that came in and has a really interesting, fun story, and we'll take a look at this review sometime this week. This is Jimmie Johnson's number 84 Carvana Liquid Color Elite DIN number 1. So single digit, not even single digit, it is the DIN 1 of the liquid color, but look at that liquid color. Ugh. It's just it's so good. So yeah, I looked at this car when it was running at Daytona. I said, yeah, there's a lot of blue on this. I think I'm going to get the liquid just to see what it turns out like. It turned out pretty darn good, I'll tell you that. So yeah, the liquid color looks absolutely flawless. Love the way this looks. This is going to be a fun review. All right, so that'll end up on all our clean versions. Now we'll move into our truck series trucks. Truck. We have 3 trucks. No, 2 trucks. We have 2 trucks, first of which is Ty Majeski's 2022 Bristol win. I will be doing the review on this. I got to find some footage from that race because I was at it, and I did take some footage. So once I get the footage of this one, I will put it in there. But also, for those who didn't know, his Indy IRP car has been offered, so do head over to RAS Diecast, Circle B Diecast, whoever. Just get that pre-ordered because a lot of his stuff tends to get DNP'd, but I think we should be able to get his IRP car or IRP truck made. It's a great looking truck. Same thing, just different number, but it's going to have some pretty cool detail to it. And our other truck is going to be a first career win as well. This is for Matt DiBenedetto from Talladega, the Rackley Roofing number 25. And you'll see on the front, this is where they got a little bit of bare bond and patching done, and then a couple donut marks and dents down the right side here. So Matt DiBenedetto got his first win at Talladega. Tell you what, a lot of people think he hasn't done well or hasn't done what he thought he should do down in the trucks. I'll tell you what, this 25 team is much better when he left it than when he got there. This truck, I kid you not, Josh Berry drove this truck, Brett Moffitt drove this truck. Both of them are, capable drivers, champion in this series, obviously for Moffitt, but this car was like on pace to run about 20th. And now they are running consistently around the top 10, just maybe right outside of it. So yeah, small gains, but those gains matter. And so very impressive, I will say, for Matt DiBenedetto this year. I think that's one thing that gets overlooked is that everyone just assumes you can jump in a car and it's going to go fast. Sometimes it's got to get built that way. This is not a big team. All right, so that takes care of our 2 trucks. Now let's move into our 1 NASCAR Classics. This is actually Dale Jarrett's Michigan win in the Wood Brothers number 21 Kitgo car, or Citgo, I think. So we do have the red roll cage. We got a deck lid that pops open. You can see the white lettered Goodyears, and we got all the race detail to it. Right side's where the real fun starts. You can see a few donut marks here on that right side. But yeah, we got a NASCAR Classics car. I don't know what the significance of this Michigan race is. If anything, let's just, make all the raced version diecast for every driver until the end of time. I'd be okay with that. I think that'd be pretty fun. So, for me, guys like me that are Kane fans and never got that Coke 600 car, the Mopar car, all the Dodge cars that was never made. I would love to see those come back at some point and just, get us a chance. Oh, they'll never make COTs. Who are we kidding? But, just getting a chance to get some of these cars that were never made. I love the idea of being able to bring them back so that someday all raced versions could get made. That'd be really, really cool. But at least it opens a door. All right, so that's the only NASCAR Classics car we're going to be showing off this week. The next one we're going to take a look at is A.J. Allmendinger's Talladega win. You can see this was his 4th win of the year, I believe, but it's in the Action Industries car. I think this is the first time he won in the Action Industries cars, at least for this season. But yeah, so we have the Action Industries car. Pretty clean all the way around, other than the, actually just clean all the way around. There is no big dents or marks on this. So good clean race, I guess, from A.J. Allmendinger. But so yeah, that's the Talladega win. We'll have a review for that. And the last of Noah Gregson's wins has come in autograph. This is the Homestead car. We got a good shoot up left rear on this one. Or do we? Oh, we got a flat spot. We got a flat spot on the left rear on this one. Maybe it was Texas had. Yeah, Texas must have had it. Where did I put my Texas car? Whatever, I'll figure it out. Anyway, autographed Homesteads are in, so you can see the big wall scrape here. That's just typical Homestead right there. So yeah, the final win, at least thus far, of Noah Gregson's Xfinity Series career. And we're still waiting on the Bristol autograph. So all of Noah's cars from last year should be in, minus the autographed Bristol cars. So I'll have to look into why those have fallen behind. But obviously guys like me are waiting on them because I got them an autograph for my my set. So Now we're just going to move on to the Cup Series race version. I did already show off the Chris Buescher one, and I showed off a couple of the clean ones. So the only ones I have left are a couple of Christopher Bells and a Kyle Larson. So we'll start with the earliest that took place. That would be Christopher Bell's Roval car. Pink window net has returned. Confetti cannon, good lord. Kaboom. I mean, what else can you say? That is a ton of confetti. And then couple of donut marks and stuff here on the right rear, so decent amount of race damage on this Christopher Bell car. So we're definitely gonna have a good one for the review. I think I already did the review on this actually, but I just didn't show you guys in the arrival video. I normally stream these, but I just too busy, didn't have time this time around. All right, so the next one we're gonna show off is actually the second of the round of 8. This is Kyle Larson's Valvoline Homestead car. Very dirty. Look at that front nose. We got some good dirt there. We got confetti kind of consistently around there. The right side is where all the fun starts. You can see good little wall scrapes there. Good amount of dirt and stuff peppered up against that right side. You can see he scraped off the right front fender. You can see the carbon fiber splitter with a lot of dirt there as well. So Homestead puts together some good raced versions. So this is going to be a pretty good one for last year. This is probably one of my favorites. And it looks like they went to all black rims. It does not have the gray rim. It has the black rim. So went to the black rim on that. But yeah, not going to show you too much because we still got the diecast review to show. And the last car that has arrived, this is Christopher Bell's Martinsville win. So again, decent amount of marks on this left side. It is Martinsville. You got the purple and white confetti because it was the Xfinity 500. Here you can see again, same thing. A lot of marks here on that right side, a little beating and banging at Martinsville. If it wasn't for the late caution that put a couple of guys on tires and a couple of guys off tires, this race would have been absolutely horrendous, and that late race yellow really shook it up and gave it a chance for something to happen. But outside of that, these cars are absolute garbage at Martinsville, so fingers crossed they fixed some of it. But I'm just going to tell you guys, I don't cross your fingers. I should say, don't get your hopes up. Cross your fingers and hope for the best, but also don't get your hopes too high because I think we're going to be disappointed. Anyway, guys, I had to look around and make sure. Yes, that is all of them. Okay, guys. So anyway, that is all of the new arrivals that have come in. So you can stay tuned. There will be shorts for each of the 164s, and there will be a full diecast review for any of the 124s on up. So stay tuned. They're all going to have their individual videos posting throughout the next couple weeks. If there's any you're looking for, check them out at rasdiecast.com. Or check them out at the eBay page if it's that Ross Chastain or any of the non-raced versions. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And we will see you throughout the rest of the week in our next diecast reviews.